DJ Terrestrial.
And the other aspect too, if people want to share aspects of themselves in conversations, is how do you frame the conversation? I know as someone who is Black but of Caribbean heritage, I expect to be included as a Black person. I do not necessarily always expect for people to include me from a Caribbean heritage perspective, because people won't necessarily look at me and say, "Oh wow, his family comes from an island of the Caribbean that is like 36 square miles and 11,000 people." Also, the place where Alexander Hamilton comes from. Most people, my mother says that Alexander Hamilton is more division than I am. So I just acknowledge that, there are some parts of my identity that I do want to see represented and included, and other aspects that I just don't need that kind of nourishment or representation from my company. Others might need it, but that's just figuring that out for yourself becomes particularly important.
So, wow. If you haven't read the comments, you haven't had time because you've been telling us some great things. You're getting a lot of wows, and this is awesome. So I definitely know I could, listen so much longer to you. Unfortunately, we're still stuck with that 15-minute time frame there. I love that, though. Maybe if I'm saying this wrong, bring your whole professional self to work. Maybe your professional side. Maybe your whole professional side. For every HR person, I'm trying to make you happy. Bring your whole professional side to work there. All right. So the last question I want to ask you, so we can try to stick on time, because I think we have one or two questions, and then we still have Debbie's expertise we want to get to here. Can you please speak your value to the group there, sir?
Sure. I'll be super succinct. What my day job looks like. My day job includes three things. One, whether you're an entry-level professional or an executive, I need to help you understand how you can drive inclusion, whether that's developing an inclusive mindset, learning how to contribute to an inclusive team as an entry-level professional, or as an executive, inspecting the system for biases and anomalies that negatively impact underrepresented talent and make the organization not a great organization for everybody, and making sure you fix it. I also work with our HR partners to make sure that we include a DEI framework to every element of our talent lifecycle to ensure that we're able to achieve equitable outcomes. And then the last task that I take is working with our business leaders to ensure that DEI is integrated into our business. So that way it's a really thoughtful way around how we approach and do our work, as opposed to bolted on. That's how I bring value. And I've done, some fun things. I'm a twin. I'm also, like Riley, well-traveled, except I'm not as lucky. I've nearly died in just about every continent except for Antarctica. So that doesn't seem like a fun fact, but the fun fact is survival. That's the fun part. And then I'm also from New York.
Well, thank you.
People can reach me via email.
For those of you that saw me clap, it was because he went to Brown, not because the education was 91,000 for the first year. So that was a very bad time clap. You all saw me clap when it was 91,000. I was saying Brown is a fantastic college. I didn't want to clarify that one. Thank you. Fantastic.